Hello everyone, welcome to the Cinema Analysis channel. I'm Juzo. This channel will explore the hidden truths of films that are not usually revealed. Today I want to talk about Ponyo. I want to talk about why the characters in the film are not rational and what on earth Ponyo is. If you haven't seen the film and don't want to know the story, I suggest you watch the film first before watching this video. So let's get started. How did it make you feel? After you've seen it, you might have felt like this. Amazed, overwhelmed. A lot of things happen beyond your imagination, but they seem to be settled peacefully. That's good, something like that. It was a big hit in Japan and also in the United States. On Rotten Tomatoes, 91% of respondents rated it fresh. That means this film was well received. Those who praised this film used these words: floating, vibrant, dream, charming, attractive characters, magical experience. There is no concrete word of praise. They are overwhelmed by Hayao Miyazaki's expression. And some people criticize this film. The boy called his mother Lisa and his father Coach by their first names is not very good. Lisa's driving is too wild and dangerous. Is it good to drink alcohol in front of a child? It's not good for education. How could Lisa leave the children alone in the house and go out? Don't put sea fish in the tap water, it will die. You shouldn't let your children get married when they are 5 years old. Some criticize for presenting something that is not ideal as ideal. But these characters have a reason for their irrational behavior. What did Hayao Miyazaki say when he decided to make this film? This is a quote from a flyer for the film. A small town by the sea, Hayao Miyazaki. This is a story about Ponyo, a fish child living in the sea, penetrates her selfishness to live with human Sosuke. At the same time, this is a story about a 5-year-old Sosuke who keeps his promise. Transferring Anderson's The Little Mermaid to today's Japan will dispel the Christian color and draw love and adventure of young children. A small town by the sea, and a house on the cliff. Few characters, the sea like a creature. A world in which magic appears with composure. The inner sea that everyone has deep in their subconscious and the outer ocean that ripples will communicate. To do this, we deform the space, boldly deform the image, animating the sea as the main character, not the background. A boy and a girl, love and responsibility, the sea and life. We draw those belonging to the origin without hesitation. It is to confront the era of neurosis and anxiety. Subconscious, neurosis, anxiety. What do you think of when you hear these words? Yes, these are the terms of psychology and psychoanalysis. When something is difficult to be conscious of, you try to push it into the subconscious, but it tries to come out. Since you cannot be conscious of it as it is, it deforms and appears as a symptom. If you are conscious of it as it is, the symptom disappears. That is what psychoanalysis is. In order to bring the subconscious to the surface, it is necessary to weaken the work of the conscious mind. That's why the patient sits on a chaiselong or undergoes hypnotherapy. Consciousness is the world of reason, the world of adult thought. The subconscious is the world of instinct, the world of children's thinking. When the subconscious appears, it is the time when the work of the consciousness is weakening. When the subconscious appears, a child's personality appears. The sea is drawn as a metaphor for the subconscious. Below the surface of the sea is the world of the subconscious. Above the surface of the sea is the world of conscious. Then what is Ponyo? It is a metaphor of something trying to go to the world of the consciousness. It represents something that a person cannot be conscious of. It could be a painful past or a hope that is unlikely to be realized. Funny things happen when Ponyo goes up over the land. Do you remember when Sosuke first took Ponyo out of the sea? Eyeballs appeared in the waves. Sosuke put her in tap water. Sosuke called his mother Lisa by her given name. Lisa's driving is too wild. When something goes to conscious from subconscious, the power of conscious is weakening. That's when Ponyo is on the land. Irrational world appears. Ponyo was taken back to the world of the ocean by her father Fujimoto. When Lisa went shopping with Sosuke, she used a shopping basket, not a plastic bag. In an interview, Hayao Miyazaki insisted, "These days, people who think things over are careful even when they go to a supermarket. Even in a movie, I don't want to let people who is not thinking act. Although I draw it with difficulty, why do I have to let such nasty guys appear on the screen?" For Hayao Miyazaki, the shopping scene represents rational behavior, and this is when Ponyo is not on the ground. Lisa's driving is not as wild as before, and Ponyo tries to go up to the ground. There is a heavy rain and a tsunami. Lisa's driving becomes wild. Although it was not necessary, she tried to go home through a dangerous place. Since Lisa's house plays the role of a lighthouse, it was necessary to turn on the light. But she didn't have to expose their lives to risk. Ponyo appears on the way. This background music was composed by Joe Hisaishi, and it sounds like Richard Wagner's Ride of the Valkyries. Hayao Miyazaki's filmmaking starts with drawing pictures called image boards. From these, he spreads out his ideas and creates stories and images. In close coverage of a documentary program, Hayao Miyazaki was drawing a picture while listening to Valkyrie. It is a scene where Ponyo, who became a mermaid, aims at land by riding on fish-shaped waves. Hayao Miyazaki himself mentions that he came up with this image because he was listening to Valkyrie. That's why Ponyo's real name is Brunhild. Brunhild and Valkyrie are the same. When Hayao Miyazaki finished drawing this picture, he declared, "That one drawing is the essence of this movie. This is the essential remark." After picking up Ponyo, Lisa left 2 children in the house and returned to the retirement home. As there were other staffs, she didn't have to go back. The reason why she does an action that is not intelligent is because the work of reason is weakening. It has something to do with Ponyo's landing and the incredible rise of the sea level. Under the sea is the world of the subconscious that erodes the world of consciousness. After that, the world is covered by magic. She fixed the broken generator, she made a toy Bobik, and they went out to find Lisa. Near the surface of the sea, extinct ancient creatures have emerged. Even though the sea level is rising incredibly and much of the land is sinking, the world is calm both above and below the sea. Confusion arises as the subconscious world erodes the conscious world. But it subsides. Even though it has subsided, the change has happened. Father Fujimoto, who was worried about Ponyo, told his wife Grandma Mare, "She has become so powerful that she's opened a hole in the fabric of reality." Please remember this expression, a hole in the fabric of reality. The corresponding expression will come out later. A tunnel appears in the middle of a journey through which Sosuke and Ponyo search for Lisa. Ponyo says, "I don't like this place." Tunnel represents a way to connect this world and the other world in the grammar of stories. It is a metaphor of birth canal. In Spirited Away, Chihiro's family gets lost in another world through the tunnel. For Ponyo, who is trying to be a human, going through the tunnel means returning to her former self. While they actually go through the tunnel, the figure of Ponyo goes back to the fish. The main characters gather under the sea. It is inside the jellyfish dome. It's a mysterious underwater room where people can breathe. It represents a place where consciousness and the subconscious exist simultaneously and can communicate each other. Lisa and Grandma Mare were talking there. This symbolizes the dialogue between conscious and subconscious. And Sosuke declares to accept Ponyo. Then Grandma Mare says, "Everyone, the open seam of the world has just been closed." Please remember the line that Fujimoto said. She's opened a hole in the fabric of reality. Open seam of the world. a hole in the fabric of reality. What is the fabric of reality? It is the border between the conscious and the subconscious, and the hole was made by Ponyo when she went up on the land that caused chaos, and by Sosuke's acceptance of Ponyo, who is about to become a human. The open seam of the world has just been closed. There are many stories of human-animal marriage in the world. In Europe, there are many stories of people who were turned into animals by a curse but regained human form through love. In Japan, these stories are about love between humans and real animals. Most end in tragedy. Andersen's The Little Mermaid also ends in tragedy, and Ponyo has a happy ending. This is a unique case. What did Hayao Miyazaki want to say with such an abnormal ending? Ponyo is a symbol of something in your subconscious, something you really love. It will be different for everyone. It could be a dream you want to fulfill or feeling of loving someone. Don't you lock it away deep inside your mind? What is the reason why you lock something important deep in your mind? Is it because you don't believe it will come true? Is it because you are afraid that it will become obvious that it will not happen? Studio Ghibli has published an official book called The Ghibli Forest and the Sea of Ponyo. And this is what it says. Expressing your clear intention and communicating your feelings to your partner is a responsibility. Communicating what is most important to you is a sign of respect and love. If it is really important to you, you should put it firmly in your conscience and look at it. Then you can confront the era of neurosis and anxiety. What does Ponyo mean to you? Thank you for watching this video. If you liked this video, please subscribe and give me thumbs up.